they scale pretty good. And with the way that White there being an Olaf on the enemy team. So
he definitely pulled it a little bit as Olaf is coming in here, but he's spotted, I believe.
Yeah, well, this is still a little scary, Yahtzee.
Maybe not, as here we go, getting to work on a Doran who's going to go the opposite way. He is going to flash, but he kind of failed over the wall. Gets close to Pyosik here, who doesn't quite have the damage. He's still going to go crafted compositions. Which is why there was also that talk about, you know, well, might have to hold that thought as Pyosik's just going to go over the wall. There was also that talk about having like the first 2 Drakes visible. As here we go, getting into the action, and down it comes.
How many years?
Cosmic Radiance as a big knockup comes in, but where is the follow-up from DRX? It's not really there, as that's a big knockup onto the Aatrox, who's going to try to flash just to buy some time. And follow-up there on a Pyosik, not really going to find the damage though, as he was burning a bit. Dove not quite able to follow him down here. As Chovy with flash is going to force the stopwatch, and the wild card is going to get him actually. But did he bait his team into a bad position here?
Yeah.
Deft is going to get clapped down, and Chovy is as well. And so many casualties now against DRX as Sandbox. They switched it back because they weren't doing it actually.
Yeah.
No flash here on Chovy. Is going to be able to get the red smite down. Do they have the burst, the flash out, and the shield? Feeling pretty inspired.
Things are pretty interesting here. Now Gorilla, he gets tapped by the Cosmic Radiance. Aphelios letting them know how many years. Yeah.
Way too many. There's the double kill, and by the way, it is Karma TK. So you're not gonna be killing him here. As under the turret, he's able to threaten the yellow card. As interesting.
And Pyosik. Oh,
line him up.
Man.
Line him up. That's a 2-man knockup only, which is a little bit surprising. No flash now on the summit, but they don't quite have the damage on the left to take him out.
They have no damage in their team composition.
You know, you were talking about, well, let's listen to this.
He said F word almost, and then seriously. So
he's not feeling pretty good anymore. Chovy went in there, as I suppose he delayed the karma. He's going to actually walk away, but now he's got Olaf on top of him with karma shields, and Chovy now is split pushing the side lane. He's going to be able to get this turret at least. Okay. That was his stopwatch actually. He's trying to get out of here and, well, say hello to Olaf. And see you later. Is going to heavily try to force this, as now they're going to turn on to Summit here. Might be able to get him, but no, it's Thomas Kench able to get in and say hello to Karma. Keria in the front line. They have the redemption, but that amount of healing is not going to be the same. They give away the Ocean Drake, not able to take away the Baron, as their turn does not work. And now we got the turn actually from Sandbox. There's a nice knockup here from Doran. Might be able to save his team, but it looks like he's going to die instead. Still trying to force this one is Dragon X. Still looking for the fight, still staying around. That might be their demise, although Deft is getting some value in the back line. It's not as much as Root, who is just able to take out the inhibitor. As, okay, we are going to have a flank coming in from Doran, as Keria eating a lot of that damage, and Gorilla is so tanky after all of that. And yeah, well, Aphelios is just going to lock you down. Meanwhile, in the front line, they didn't even need Aphelios, and they're still winning the fight. And now he's here. Yeah, Pyosik is going to go down, and that should be the end of the game, guys. Not much else to say about this one. Very one-sided from Sandbox, it turns out, this time around.
Yeah. And that is going to be all that she wrote here in game number 2. Super Stomp by Sandbox. And, well, it looks like Dove is going to manage to...
Wait, don't kill the Nexus. Oh, okay. GG.
Well,
1-1.
Yeah, really good Warren ultimates. Also, he right-clicked his teammates when they had items. That's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Analyst Stats DRX versus Sandbox game number 2. Sandbox managed to pick up their first win for a game in the splits. So what's your take on their draft? This time, Sandbox was the one that was able to get the OP champion, and Philios last time it was DRX getting that Varus. And a lot of people have been saying that Sandbox have to find their own team dynamic, and this time around we can tell that they had a very vivid color of the team. This was the playstyle that we saw from Sandbox at the Caspa Cup finals. They're always really good into attacking the weakness of the opponent comp. So Karma and Olaf was really good at utilizing the roam power from Twisted Fate, and this time Gorilla pulled off the Korean Tom Kench performance, just like poor JJ did in the recent global tournaments. So let's check out some of the highlights from this game. This was the fight where Sandbox was able to get a leading point of the game. DRX didn't have lane priority on the bottom lane, so Graves had to be there to cover the weakness of the bot lane. So DRX was rushing for this fight engagement, and Twisted Fate joined this fight, but Tark Volt was not in the best timing. So that was a big loss for DRX. Karma already had the first core item completed, so she had a power spike in this kind of skirmish. Aphelios was going forward, going really aggressively, so kind of giving the pressure for Uncaria to use his ultimate defensively. And after that, Chobi was overextending to get a point in that fight, but well, that didn't really end up on the side of DRX. The best answer for DRX maybe could just erasing the minion wave and going more defensively, but they chose to go a little bit more aggressive. And after this victory, there was another blunder coming out of DRX.
그렇죠. 이게 샌드박스가 어떻게 보면은 좀 되게 이런 조합을 잘 하는 것 같아요.
Sandbox seems to be really good into this kind of comp, as two of the DRX players were trying to raise that top turret. They made a quick rotation to the top side, and at the same time, DRX players, they weren't aware of the TP difference between the top laners. And also, even though Tom Kench at that point was in the base, but you know, you always have to keep in mind that the global ultimate can always come from Tom Kench and easily just outnumber the other. So DRX versus Sandbox, this series is totally evened out. So let's check out the POG of this game.
캐리인 것인가 아니면 캐리를 도와줄 선수들인가
Root and Aphelios on the carry role. So we are seeing back-to-back bot lane POG so far here in this series, and all the OP champions are taking the POG away from the other. And the positive thing we saw from this game from Sandbox is that Root and Gorilla, they can have a huge lane priority and they can take the hyper carry role in the late game. Because, well, so far we weren't able to witness any bot lane carry series, but this time around we saw the game that we wanted to see from Root and Gorilla duo. And the Philios Tom Kench duo was the key comp they kind of locked in during the promotion series to kind of secure their spot in LCK, because Wadid saw them doing it so well when he was playing against them as Griffin player. And then we can kind of tell how powerful that comp was with a word from Wadid. but this time around, Root picked up 7 votes out of 12, which means a lot of people have been pondering whether to vote for the carry role or the support that kind of enable Root to carry. Then let's check out who the winner of the series will be in the deciding match.